guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you all here with me today. First of all, Happy New Year. I hope that 2018 is going to be a wonderful year for everybody watching. For my returning viewers, thank you. I really appreciate you sticking with me throughout the past year. I appreciate all of your likes, your comments. It really does mean a lot to me. And for new viewers who have found me here, I'm very happy that you stumbled across my video here on YouTube, and I hope that the messages resonate. And if they do, please feel free to like, share, and hopefully subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Now today's reading will be a 10-card Celtic cross, right? Focusing on the energy surrounding each of the signs for the month of January 2018. I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck for the main reading. Pulling 10 cards plus one additional card from the bottom of the deck is the overall energy for the month. And then I pulled two additional guidance cards from the Soul's Journey deck by James von Praagh and the Soulful Woman guidance card deck. Okay, so I pulled two additional ones just for extra messages for the month of January. Just a couple of things before we get into the reading quickly. The 2018 overview readings, they're up for all of the signs. So please do go, watch your video, watch your sun sign, but I also suggest watching your moon sign and your rising sign. That way you will have a really, a better idea of what is coming up for you throughout the year. Sometimes some of the messages won't resonate in one of the videos, but then when you watch, all three together, you really get a better picture of what's coming up for you. So those are posted. For Virgos watching out there, I really do apologize. Apparently at the beginning of the video for Virgo, the 2018 overview video, I think I'd immediately finished recording Aquarius, and then I stopped and I meditated on Virgo, shuffled, and I guess I had Aquarius on my mind. I kept saying Aquarius instead of Virgo, but it was for Virgo, that reading. So I edited and I uploaded the video. So I apologize for that, Virgo. Sorry about that. Okay, so continuing on. Again, the messages in the videos, in all of my videos, they are general, right? I do obviously focus on each sign as I meditate, and the reading is for that particular sign, but there are many people with many different situations, right, watching the videos. The only way that you can really get a good personalized, look at what's going on in your life is to get a private reading with me. If you're interested, you can take a look at my site. There you'll find all the information about the readings that I offer, as well as pricing. My site is changingphasestarot.weebly.com, or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Okay, and one last thing, I will be putting out for the full moon at the beginning of January. I'll be doing so in the next couple of days. I'll be posting a full moon special reading for this new full moon of the first super moon of the year. And I'll also be doing my giveaway that I do. So it will be a drawing for a one-card reading. I will post a separate video for that explaining exactly what you need to do. But if you're interested, just follow the instructions and you'll be entered in a drawing to win a free reading with me. Just something that I like to do at each full moon, and it's just my way of giving back to everybody who watches me. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for being here, and enough talking. Let's get into your reading. See you in a minute. Hi, Leo. Hope you're doing well. Happy 2018. So I'm here to get into your January 2018 reading. As you can see, I've already laid the cards out, and it's really just to save time. I'm really trying hard to keep my readings to sort of 25-30 minutes max for these monthly readings. So I already meditated off camera and have shuffled and drawn the cards for the reading. So you'll see them already here. Let me go ahead and lower the camera. Okay, there, I think we can see that. I'll start off on this side. So the card that you see here, right, the Major Arcana card, let me hold it up so you can see her. This was the card at the bottom of the deck. So this was the overall energy, or is the overall energy for the month of January 2018. So you have Major Arcana, the Star. And the Star card is a beautiful card. It's a very healing, there's a healing energy. And you do have you have the Four of Swords over here in your hopes and fears, which we'll get to, but that's also a healing energy. So there might be, as you, or during the month of January, there might be some type of actual healing going on with you, whether this is like physically healing from something, or you just taking time out, right, to for rest, recuperation during the month of January. But the Star card is also a card that speaks of hope. It's a card of really having your dreams come true, having your wishes come true. It's a very blessed energy, right? So it's sort of the universe really shining its light on you, saying, yes, whatever your intentions were that you put out into the universe, you're having everything, coming back now. So this is you getting what you wished for. It's also a very positive card, right? A very positive outlook. So it does shine a very positive light on the entire reading, on the entire month. So let's see, at the center of your reading, you have Earth energy. So you have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, this was the Ten of Coins, Ten of Pentacles. And the Suit of Pentacles deals with the material things, the tangible things that we can touch and feel in the material realm, such as our work, the possessions that we are able to buy with the money from the work that we do, our homes. It has to do with education. And the Ten of Pentacles is a very good card. It's a very stable card. It's a solid card of financial security, and that's at the center of your reading. Sometimes this card is referred to as the inheritance card, because it has to do with money, handed down from one generation to the next. There's a definite sense of, things having taken a really long time, right? You don't get to the Ten of Pentacles overnight. This takes a lot of hard work, a lot of persistence, right, in order to accrue all of this wealth and financial security. So sometimes, this card appears if you are receiving money from an inheritance, if there is property being handed down to you, or it could just be you feeling very financially secure, right, in a very comfortable financial position, situation, just feeling as if, you are safe and secure where you are. And what's crossing this, so either helping or hindering, is this Eight of Wands card. And the Eight of Wands is very fast-paced energy. Fast-paced, it's fire energy, right? The Suit of Wands has to do with creativity. It has to do with the day-to-day tasks that we do. Also has to do with work. But you see how here these are unicorns, and they're just charging down the mountainside, right? So it's a card that speaks of, it's kind of like you can't stop it, right? It's this sort of unstoppable energy coming in here. It's very powerful. Usually it has to do with messages, right? We think of the Eight of Wands as very fast-paced news coming in, right? And this wouldn't be like slow, regular mail. This would be text messaging back and forth, receiving messages very quickly. It can have to do with reaching a goal as well, so finishing up something quickly. It can just have to do with quick, decisive action on something, right? But it's swift energy, right? It's powerful, quick, swift energy that is tied to this Ten of Pentacles. So maybe this is sort of a windfall situation where you find out, or you come, this financial security here comes in very quickly for some reason, and the Ten of Pentacles, yes, it takes a long time to get there, but it's more about the solid nature of it, that it has staying power, that it's solid, and it's quick. Whatever this is, it's quick news coming in. This could have to do with, you have at the foundation, the Judgment card. This is Major Arcana, right? And it's the second to last card in the Major Arcana. And the Judgment card speaks of a decisive decision, right, or action. It also speaks of rebirth, right? Regeneration, like something new coming in after this, whatever this, meaningful, very important decision was. It can have to do with some type of judgment call. So you needing to make a tough decision, right? But then there is a fresh start after it. So there is this, after, just like similar to the death card, where there is, there needs to be an ending. There can't be this new beginning, rebirth, without, first going through the ending and the death. So it's that type of thing. If there was some type of ending, then this is the new beginning after it, and it's a very significant one. It could also have to do with, although I typically, I think more of the Justice card having to do with legal things, but, with the Judgment, this could have been, some type of judgment being ruled in your favor here with this Ten of Pentacles, because this is, it's a considerable amount of money and fast news coming in. This could be you receiving news of some, some legal, something to do with the legal system, right? Some judgment being passed, and it's definitely in your favor, especially with the Star card over here. In the past position, you have the Three of Wands, so more fire energy. Obviously, you are fire. You are a fire sign, Leo, so you know that the pseudo fire, is all about creativity and creative projects. And the Three of Wands is a card that speaks of, is a very expansive energy. And it has to do with expanding our horizons, right? You can see that here on the card, she is, the girl is sitting there. She has the crystal balls. So this vision, this insight, foresight within her hands. And usually in the traditional tarot deck, this card depicts it slightly differently. In the traditional tarot, there's the man, and he's standing, on the cliff top, and he's looking out to sea, really waiting for his ships to come in. So it's that, the waiting to see, or to have some type of return on investment. So usually, you make the decision with the Two of Wands, right? That's a very important decision that you make, because you're faced with two paths. So you take things into your own hands, and you make a decision and go with one of the paths. And then the Three of Wands is kind of like the result of that, right? So it's waiting to see what rewards will come in, or what type of return on investment you will get on the work and hard work and effort that you put into this Two of Wands decision. So it is a card of exploration. It's a card of kind of endless possibilities, right? It can have to do with partnering up with people in the business, sense. It can have to do with something to do with people overseas as well. It could be expanding your horizons, with something to do with something at a distance, right? This could be a creative project or a job, or dealing with people even at a distance, at a great distance, because usually the man, he's, like I said, he's staring out to sea. So it could have something to do with overseas, going across sea, or dealing with people, at quite a distance from you, or just traveling overseas or by water. But it's an expansive energy, right? It's a good energy. It's a card of opportunities, right? And this is in the past position. What's crowning your reading? So the message from your higher self, you have more fire energy, the Page of Wands. Okay, and pages, when we have court cards that appear, I'm trying to remember if you have, no, that was the only court card. When a court card appears in our reading, it can be an actual person that we're dealing with during that time period, or it could be a situation or an event that we're dealing with, or it could just be the energy that we're taking on, so us taking on the energy of the Page of Wands. And pages, they're usually messengers. They're the ones who bring in news of things. So we have the Eight of Wands, news at the center, right? And then we have this news as your crowning card. The page it is a young energy. So if this is a person, this would typically be like a younger fire sign individual, like kind of teen or early 20s, or it could even be like a child. So it is immature energy, but this person, even though he or she is young, it's not gender specific, right? In these general readings, could be male or female, but it would be either a fellow Leo like yourself, or it could be a Sagittarius or an Aries. Even though the person is immature and young, this person has great creative vision. And you can see that, she has the crystal ball here, right? It's at her feet. So it's literally, she has this vision. So yes, she might be young, right? But she's somebody who is very creative, somebody who thinks outside of the box, somebody who, gets very excited about new ventures, new ideas. So it's very unharnessed energy, and just with greater focus, this person can accomplish and can really achieve great things, right? It's just all about harnessing that power. So, again, if this isn't a person that you're dealing with, if this is you taking on this energy, then this is, it could be you feeling very enthusiastic, very excited about whatever this, expansive energy here with the Three of Wands and this news, whatever this is, you're feeling very optimistic about it. You're feeling very excited, ready to go, right? Or this could just be news coming in about a new creative project, a new job, right? Some news that has to do with this Three of Wands and the Eight of Wands, and it could have to do with a job with the Ten of Pentacles at the center. So, whatever it is, there's a lot of excitement around this. And then coming up in the future, you have the Eight of the Major Arcana, which is the Strength card, which is you, Leo, right? Look at that. So Major Arcana, Strength. So this is a card that speaks of, not physical strength, although, there might be some Leos watching who are also quite physically strong. But this card speaks of inner strength, right? It speaks of courage. It speaks of the willpower and the strength of mind, really, to get to the goal, to reach your goal, to get, to obtain whatever it is that you were waiting for here with the Three of Wands, to achieve that. So it's about power and vision and determination and just, really sticking to the plan. And the page can also, with the thinking outside of the box, could maybe come up with a different plan, maybe something that, you might not traditionally have thought of, or, might be kind of going in a different direction kind of thing, but you have the willpower to get there with the Strength card. Now, you appear, there are a couple of kind of difficult cards, I think, coming up here, or at least one of them. But then you'll see that, the month ends well. So you appear as the Seven of Cups. And this is very scattered energy, right? This is unfocused energy. This is very different from the energy that I'm getting off of, like the Strength card and the Page of Wands. This is you having, too many options, not really being sure which one is the right one for you, not really deciding on one. And without deciding on one, it's very difficult for you to focus and reach that end goal, right? If you don't have the end goal in mind, it's very hard to make it there, right? You have to have it. And this Seven of Cups, Cups energy has to do with our feelings. It has to do with our emotions. And typically the Seven of Cups, it's a very dreamy energy that surrounds this card, right? It's a card of having too many choices, right? And yes, it's great to have dreams, and especially thinking of the Page of Wands, who's somebody who thinks outside of the box and is creative. I mean, it's great to be creative and to daydream at times and to, think of all these things that could be, that type of thing. When the Seven of Cups appears, it's more of like a cautionary card, right? It says that there's sort of scattered energy. You're dealing with too many things. You're living in this kind of dream world, and you need to, just focus on the one thing and then go after it. So figure out what your priority is, focus on it, have a more realistic kind of view of it, and then go after it. So you do have the strength to do it, but I just feel that for some reason, there are, there might be too many things going on. If this is in a, more of if this were a relationship reading, the Seven of Cups, usually we think of it as you having too many choices for people to date, right? Lots of suitors if you're doing like online dating, that type of thing. Lots of people around. With the Seven of Cups in like a more of a business or career reading, would think of it as maybe you are looking at different jobs. Maybe you're looking to move jobs, and you're you're looking at all the job sites, and there are lots of different job opportunities out there, and you're trying to narrow it down and figure out which one you actually want to submit your resume to. So it's that type of thing, but it's asking you to really focus. And the energy that's surrounding you, or how people are viewing you, or what's going on in your environment, is the Nine of Swords. So this isn't a great card, just because it's typically referred to as the nightmare card, and the feeling sort of not trapped, but like stuck, like you can't, unwilling to kind of move forward, because it's the thoughts that keep you up at night, right? It's all of that cerebral energy. The Suit of Swords, it has to do with our thoughts, and the Nine of Swords, it's when we obsess and we think entirely too much about things, usually like at night when we get in bed and we're kind of trying to get to sleep, but all of those thoughts keep going round and round and round in our minds, right? Whatever it is that we've been thinking about during the daytime, it's keeping us up at nighttime. So it's a card of fear. It's a card of feeling as though you're unable to move forward. This could have something to do with this decision here, right? And you're feeling as though you're unable to make this decision in order to move forward. And your hopes and fears, you have the Four of Swords. And like I said, the Four of Swords is a card that speaks of rest and relaxation and taking time out. So I think that towards the end of January, you might, decide to take some time out for yourself. This could actually be, going on vacation somewhere, or going for a long weekend somewhere. Or it could just be you kind of retreating, spending time alone, spending time at home, just really having that time to yourself that you need to kind of figure things out. But it is it's a card of recuperation and withdrawal, but in order to reflect, right? So kind of in order to rest and recharge both your body and your mind, so that you can continue on with your journey, right? So you're kind of still trying to figure out the next step. You understand that you need to review things before you can move on. But once you do this, you leave the month. The outbound energy for the month is the Six of Wands. And this is the victory card, right? And you see there's another lion on there, right? So we have the Leo the lion. And, this is a card of great insight. It's a card of feeling, of being the victor and feeling very triumphant and victorious. Okay. So again, more fire energy, and really that's, the main message of the Six of Wands is it speaks of victory. It speaks of, having achieved something, right? It also speaks of recognition, acknowledgement, right? So in the work sector, this could be you receiving some type of recognition, right? If you have been thinking about applying for a job or going out for a promotion, this could be you getting recognition or being recognized by, somebody within the company. But it's you feeling very victorious, you feeling very, strong, powerful, as if you can kind of take on the world. And that's, look, you next to the strength, we have the Strength card kind of next to the Six of Wands. So on both cards, two different figures, right? One male, one female, but we have the beautiful lions. We have this very strong energy, fiery energy. So it's kind of like you are, really in your element, taking control. And as you leave January, you're feeling very victorious. So, there might be some type of, I don't even think it's like a minor setback. I think it's more about your fears here and your insecurities about whatever these choices might be. I do think it's more just insecurities. I don't think it's, there's something happening. No, it's more about you needing to release these insecurities and just see that, there's a lot of beautiful energy surrounding you, lots of expansive energy, news coming in, possibly related to career or something financial. But whatever it is, with the Six of Wands as the outbound energy and the Star card as your overall energy for the entire month, you will leave the month or you will be victorious. Whatever it is that you do come up against or you do go through during the month of January, you exit the month victorious. So you go into the next month, really, feeling very strong and having achieved whatever you set your mind to here, right? Set your intentions to achieve. So looks good, right? The two cards that we have as the, let me pick them up here and show you. As the additional guidance from the Soulful Woman deck, we have Creative Cocooning. And it says, creative cocooning is a freedom I give myself. I create a safe nest for peace, healing, and calm. And that's interesting because you have three healing. Hold it up so you can see her. And you have, with this card, you have three cards that speak of healing, right? In the reading. You have the Star card, which also speaks of healing. You have the Four of Swords, when I was talking about taking time out and retreating and, spending time alone to heal, right? In order to recuperate. And then we have the creative cocooning. And I'll read the full description in 1 second. And from the Soul's Journey deck, you have abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. And the mandala is a beautiful, like there's purples and blues. And then the card itself is kind of orange. So beautiful colors on here. Okay, so for the guidance cards, I like to read the entire description just to give you the full meaning for each card. Beginning with the Creative Cocooning card, it says, Creative cocooning, taking quiet time for myself to rest, dream, and reflect on my life is a deep pleasure I give myself. As a cocoon, I become a safe nest for myself, a nourishing space of inner calm and peace. Slowly and magically, new thoughts and ideas begin to hatch, like tiny eggs of light. I hear things I have never heard before. The universe is talking to me, and I am listening, listening, listening. When I'm in my creative cocoon, I remember that my true life is a soul journey. My soul knows nothing of ego agendas, but moves to experience life in all its wonder and beauty. After cocooning, I feel whole and happy. I feel reconnected to the flow of life and am restored, regenerated, and inspired. I am ready for my next step. And I do feel that this card goes very well with, these sort of this side of our reading, right? With this taking time out. And then you do have all of this creative and creativity and there's tons of wands energy. So lots of creative energy around you. But for some reason, you need to take this time out for yourself. So, I would encourage you to do that. Whatever, however you decide to recuperate and spend time alone. But it's important for you to, to be able to figure out next steps. And then ultimately, you'll be victorious. But this creative cocooning or rest and recuperation is a definite, is a message coming in for the month of January. The other card, abundance, it says, always remember that you are God and God is all about creation. God says yes. The ego says no. In order to have abundance in all areas of your life, you must create the space of receiving and know that you are deserving of anything your heart desires. The more you can release limited thinking and worry, the more open you are to receiving the infinite flow of the universe. And I think that's what I was sensing over here, right, with this Nine of Swords energy. And I said, I really feel that this is more, your fears than anything else. So let me continue here. It says, allow yourself to have fun when manifesting what you want in life and enjoy the process. By embracing a positive mindset, you are opening the door to unexpected abundance. It is natural to have abundance in your life, and you must realize that any thoughts of limitedness may have come from either a past life or a life condition you have chosen to overcome. They could also originate from programming that you received from the environment you grew up in and the value systems you were taught when you were young. Now is the time to begin to live with the realization that you are worthy of having abundance in every aspect of your life. When you are in the vibration of receiving, you can manifest whatever you desire in this physical reality. So, yeah, it does seem as though there's something that needs to be, released here. So definitely, release these negative thoughts, embrace this positive mindset. And you have the star card here, which is this beautiful, positive outlook. So important messages coming through with these major arcana cards, and also with the oracle cards tied in with the reading. I think that, very important messages for you during this month of January, Leo. So I do hope that you were able to benefit some way from the messages. I thank you once again for joining me here today. I look forward to reading for you again next month. And just know that I'm sending you all much peace, love, and light. Bye.